Boom! What's happening, people? Welcome back to the Armament Factory with yours truly, Big Looch, for another hate along today. That's right. We're not doing a watch along. No Arsenal's being played today. So today we're doing a match between Brentford and Tottenham Hotspur. And obviously we'll be hating on Tottenham Hotspur as per usual. But a few things about this game. This game is Thomas Frank's first return to the GTECH Community Stadium since leaving Brentford. So it looks like they're doing a whole show for him. By the way, guys, a disclaimer: my voice is terrible. I've been a bit under the weather for the last few days, and it's made me lose my voice. So it might sound a bit squeaky and whatever at times, and I might cough. So I do apologize, and my energy levels might not be the same. So I do apologize for that. But we're gonna stick it out and ride it out nonetheless. And we're gonna watch this game as the players come out of the tunnel. So as I was saying to you guys, this is the first return of Thomas Frank at the GTECH Community Stadium to face his old team Brentford, who under the new management, I think it's Andrew Keith, isn't it? Or Keith Andrews. Sorry, I said Andrew Keith. Sorry, Keith Andrews is the new Brentford manager, and he hasn't been doing too bad. I believe he was the set piece coach before, but quickly as the lineups come up for Brentford, Kelleher in goal, okay, and then they got Coyote as right, but Kelleher as the keeper been doing quite well, but Coyote, Christopher Ajer, Nathan Collins, and Rico Henry as their back four, which is quite a strong back four, and Ajer obviously being Henderson's twin, but Jordan Henderson's playing as well. Him and Vitaly Janelt as the pivot roles in front of the back four. So Henderson and Janelt. And then in front of them, Lewis Potter, Yarmoliuk, and Sade. Yarmoliuk, as they say. But it spells Yarmoliuk anyway. And then obviously Igor Thiago up front. So the lineups again, it's Kelleher in goal, Coyote, Ajer, Collins, and Henry as the back four. Henderson and Janelt as the pivot players or in the pivot roles. And then the midfield, it's Yarmoliuk, Henderson, Janelt, and Lewis Potter, Thiago, and Sade up front. Now for Spurs, very similar lineup. It's the 4-2-3-1 basically, which is basically the same thing. Although they'll both end up playing 4-3-3 in a sense because either Porro or Jet Spence comes into the middle. So Vicario in goal, Porro, Romero, Van der Ven, Spence at the back, Bentancur and Polina with a start in this Premier League game. So Bentancur and Polina in midfield or as the pivot roles. And then Mohamed Kudus, Archie Gray, Wilson Odebear as the attacking midfielders. And obviously Richarlison as the number 9. So pretty much the same lineup as the last game other than Paulinho, who came off the bench. He's starting today. And then their bench is Kinski, Austin, Dragosin, Danso, Tell, Davis, Kolomwani, Scarlett, and Ulisesi. Kolomwani, I believe, was the one that played instead of Odebear last time. And who was it instead of Paulinho? I forgot. But it was someone else instead of Paulinho at the time. It was Bentancur and who else? I forgot now. Anyway, so that's the lineups for today's game. The match is about to start. Just quickly to talk about the games that were played before. This is one other kickoff that's happening at 8 o'clock, and that's the Sunderland Man City. Now, a lot of people ask me why I'm not doing the hate along for the Sunderland Man City game. I tell you why, because every time I watch Man City, they win. And then times when I don't watch them, they have lost games. So I went with that superstition of, you know what, let me hate on Tottenham because I don't have no stake in that game, as to say that's a meaningless game to me. Whereas I want Sunderland to beat Man City. So I'm going to go with the superstition of not watching Man City. I'm going to just see the scoreline when it pops up or whatever. But I'm going to watch this game and hate on Tottenham a little bit because I always love to see Tottenham lose, and I have a feeling that they're going to have the smackdown laid on them at the GTECH Stadium. So Brentford, Tottenham Hotspur at the London GTECH Community Stadium, and they have kicked off, and it's Brentford kicking off from left to right, and Spurs from right to left. Obviously, these are the last games of the festive period. Obviously, they're being played on the first day of the year. However, they're still part of the festive period of the Premier League, continuing on from Tuesday when Arsenal and everyone else played. And then quickly, sorry, before we get deeper into the game, because I'm running a little bit late, but I wanted to just quickly let you guys know. So in the other games, Crystal Palace and Fulham drew, and I believe Liverpool drew as well, didn't they? They drew 0-0, I believe, with Leeds. Yeah, so Liverpool leads. So Liverpool at Anfield, again dropping points. Liverpool 0, Leeds 0, and Crystal Palace were able to hold Fulham to a draw, or Fulham were able to nick a point from Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park. Now we can get back to this game. So there we go. So I wonder what Tottenham can do. It, like I said, it's the same lineup basically, other than Paulinho and Odebear, who came on off the bench. He's just swapped them around with the ones which was Colin and someone else at the time. So he's just basically swapped like for like and but played the same lineup. Looks like they're gonna go for the same tactic, because I think Thomas Frank believes those are the tactics that are gonna work for him. Um, I doubt it. I think Brentford have enough. Keith Andrews as well has not really changed much from how Brentford used to play under Thomas Frank. So I wonder if that's gonna be a bit detrimental to him, that Thomas Frank knows these players, knows the tactics that they know of, and knows their plan A, B, and C possibly. Unless Keith Andrews is gonna pull a rabbit out of the hat and he's gonna do something um, so unusual that it will work for their way. Here comes Archie Gray in the box. He takes a shot, but it was blocked by, I believe. And there comes the keeper, Keller, to get it out. I think it was blocked by Azure, if I'm not mistaken, because that's the one that looks a lot like Henderson, like his twin brother. But yeah, so I wonder if Thomas Frank is able to figure out his former set piece coach, because I think that's what he was, Keith Andrews. I'm pretty sure he was the set piece coach, and then I think I presume applied for the job once Thomas Frank told them that he is leaving or moving on. They probably thought maybe it's the better way to recruit internally rather than get somebody else that doesn't know, and we just stick with what's not broke, so we don't need to fix it. It's just kind of like, okay, who knew the way this team played and the tactics they used? Let's stick with that. If it doesn't work, plan B, get somebody externally. But so far, so good. Brentford haven't been doing too bad. The start of the season was a bit shaky. A couple of draws, couple of losses, but then they found some momentum. They won some important games. Um, don't ask me which ones now, because they just everything that goes in my brain goes out very quickly because there's so much things I have to think about. So don't ask me which games, but I just remember watching some of their highlights. I believe they beat Man United maybe and Chelsea. I mean, they had some big wins under their belt. Um, so they've been kind of like finding their feet and kind of like able to, you know, progress a little bit, and not only just progress, kind of like at least be roughly around where they're supposed to be. Because don't forget, Brentford sold some of their best players when it came to Mbuemo and Wissa. I mean, I believe each one of those got 20 goals for them last season, which is incredible, because, you know, to have two strikers that both get 20 goals and still not get in to the European ties. But here comes a corner from Brentford. Janelt on the corner. What? 1-0 Brentford. Come on! Who was that Coyote? Who scored it? Oh, it's offside. Sade scored, but it's offside, unfortunately. Didn't look offside. I'm sure they're going to check it, but Sade, you know, cut his celebration short quickly. So the corner came in from Janelt. Not the greatest corner, but it bounced awkwardly. And yes, Sade is definitely offside. Um, but who headed that forward? I think it was Henderson, or was it Yarmulke? One of them headed it forward once the corner came back in. The goalkeeper saved it. And then from the rebound of the goalkeeper, Sade tapped it in. However, it got ruled offside, and he was definitely, him and one of his colleagues were definitely offside. Vicario with the kick. But it's good to see Brentford with the ball in the back of the net. That means they mean business. That means they're up for it today. That means they're looking at Tottenham as food. Um, they want to smoke the Tottenham pack. So, that's all boding very well for me as an Arsenal fan doing the hate along to watch Tottenham lose. Because the last game I did when I was hating on Tottenham, unfortunately, they beat Crystal Palace 1-0, I believe. And then before that, what did I do before that? No, I think I did I did Chelsea, Aston Villa, and then Chelsea lost as well, even though we needed them to win. But it didn't really matter because that was before the game against Arsenal. We ended up beating them 4-1. You can go check that out on my channel, The Armament Factory. It's a free kick for Tottenham now. Pedro Porro standing over it. He does have, I wouldn't say great, but he has pretty decent dead ball ability. He has pretty decent crosses, and well, let me just give him credit because he does deserve it. I've seen him make some incredible passes, but it's just not often enough. It's not consistent. But here comes Tottenham, and Keller gets the goal. Gets the ball. Yeah, it's just not consistent enough from him, and also the other stuff that comes with his game is a bit frustrating. You know, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan. It's very similar to Enzo Fernandez at Chelsea. Them two players, Pedro Porro at Tottenham and Enzo Fernandez. It's just something about them. I just don't about their game. Sorry, I don't know them personally, obviously, but about their football game that I don't know. I just don't like it. I just I'm sure other people have the same thing. Sometimes you just don't. When you watch certain players, you just don't. Not that you don't enjoy watching them. Oh, here comes Brentford, but Mickey Van der Ven quickly cleared it up. Looked like Igor Thiago was trying to control the ball. Here comes Mohamed Kudus, and he has to go back to Vicario. Vicario under pressure now by Igor Thiago, but Vicario quickly gets it out. Odebear now tried to go forward, but gets tackled, and it's a throw in for Brentford. And don't forget, guys, Brentford are very, very good with the long throw. I think is it Kado or Coyote that does those ridiculous throws. He doesn't go for it this time, but his throw-ins when they're close to the corners are pretty much corners. Here comes Archie Gray. Mohamed Kudus in the center circle. Plays it to the right hand side. Pedro Porro now. Bentoncourt. Romero. Looking for Richarlison. Couldn't get the ball to him. Richarlison now running on his way. That's the thing with Tottenham players as well, which is very strange. Um, a lot of them end up doing much better away from Tottenham than they did at Tottenham. I mean, there's exceptions to the rules, obviously, but other than Robbie Keane, I've never really seen a Tottenham player leave to go somewhere else and not hit the heights or do at least better or become much better where they are at the club that they went to. I think Robbie Keane's the only one that he pretty much, if I remember correctly, w- wound down his career at Tottenham and then ended up going to one or two places like to as like a retirement package or whatever. Um, but he was pretty much at Tottenham towards the end of his career. And once he left Tottenham, he wasn't the same player anymore. But that's pretty much the only player I can think of right now that didn't leave, and that's the same thing with Manchester United at the moment as well. Here comes Tottenham. Richarlison in the box on the left hand side, crosses it in, looking for Archie Gray. Couldn't find him. Ball goes too deep and it gets cleared up by Brentford. Sade on the ball now, looking for Iger Thiago, who goes back. Henderson now. Henderson. By the way, that has to be looked at one of the best signings of the season this season. It goes back to Iger Thiago. Here comes Brentford. Janelt. Unlucky. Sade on the floor now. But yeah, as I was saying, Henderson has to be looked at as one. Him and Shaka at Sunderland, some of the best signings that were made this season in the Premier League. And going back to the main conversation, the reason why I brought it up because I look at Romero, I look at Pedro Porro, and I can see them playing at like an Inter Milan. I can see them playing at like a Juventus, Atletico Madrid, or whatever. Like not the top teams in their respective leagues. Um, well, actually, yeah, you can even there. Like at Napoli, I can easily see. Not saying that they're better than what they have, but I mean, like I can see them going to teams like that and becoming much better, really fulfilling their potential. There's something about Tottenham that when a player goes there, it subdues him, it locks him. It kind of, I don't know, I don't see nobody really. The last one that really came out of his shell at Tottenham, really came out of his shell at Tottenham was Gareth Bale. Don't remember anyone really, even at Deli Ali didn't hit the heights. No one's really ever. Look at Deli Ali when he went. That's a prime example that when he was away from Tottenham, he was well, he was being touted at one of the best prospects and future England players, and you know, so much hope uh and potential was put on him that I don't know, maybe the pressure cracked him. But look at when he was at Tottenham, he just didn't come out of his shell like Gareth Bale did and hit the heights that everybody was. I mean, maybe he had that one good season at Tottenham, but and he's another one actually, to be honest, that once he left Tottenham, that's the more recent one actually. Now that I remember it, Deli Ali. It's another one of those players that once he left Tottenham, he even then he didn't hit the heights. But there is some players that I can see in the Tottenham team um, that if they would have left or if they was to leave Tottenham, you'll see them in a much better light than you're seeing them now at a club like Tottenham Hotspur. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the current ownership and the current directors in all departments, not just sporting directors. Like I mean, whatever directors they have, even when it comes to marketing and media, and it's just I don't know. Oh, here come Brentford. That was a bad ball by Mickey van der Ven, who was looking for Jet Spence. But lucky for him that the ball wasn't controlled by I think that was Damsgaard, wasn't it? Damsgaard? No, it wasn't. He's not even playing. What am I talking about? I think it's Yarmulke. 23. Who's that? No, Lewis Potter. Sorry. So Lewis Potter. So Mickey van der Ven tried to play a ball to Jet Spence. Lewis Potter was getting onto it. Unluckily, he couldn't control it. Or unlucky for him, he couldn't control it. But that was a bad pass for Mickey van der Ven to Jet Spence. However, they sorted it out quickly. Sade, here he comes. Looking forward, Iker Thiago. Sade. Sade loses the ball. Cross comes in. Mickey van der Ven with an acrobatic clearance from in front of the goal. I don't know what he did, but that looked like a karate kick. Lucky for him, nobody was there to claim a high foot. But the way he cleared that ball was it's a bit mad. Henderson. Collins to Henry now. Collins again. Ajer. Long ball forward, looking for Iger Thiago. Oh, he tries to control it with his head, which was very strange. I don't know what he was doing there because it wasn't headering it, and you can never control the ball like that. He literally just bent his head like that to try and get a touch on the ball. I wonder what the reception was for Thomas Frank when he arrived at the GTECH Community Stadium as well. I'm sure it would have been great. He spent a lot of years there and he did a lot for Brentford. What he did for he is their greatest ever manager, I believe. I don't know much about Brentford history, but I know enough to know that no one's ever done what Thomas Frank has done for Brentford. I'm sure he brought them through like 3 or 4 tiers of English football league, all the way into the Premier League. That's why it's so strange when you think about it. That people would say, yeah, but the players at Tottenham are much are on a higher level or are supposed to be much better than a team like Brentford's players. Here comes Odebear. Odebear controls the ball from Richarlison and moves into the box. Azure comes and clears the ball off of her feet. What a tackle. Iger Thiago tries to head it back to Sade. Sade and Pedro Porro chasing Porro. Gets it. Plays it to Mohamed Kudus. Mohamed Kudus still with the ball. Going past 1, 2, 3 Brentford players, but not going anywhere far. Plays it back to Paulinho, then Bentacore. Bentacore now has got Jet Spence with him, but instead plays it to Odebear. Odebear all the way on the left-hand side. Goes back to Jet Spence. Mohamed Kudus. Archie Gray. Kudus loses it. Gets caught on the ball, but then Brentford lose it instantly. Bentacore gets the ball now. It's getting a bit worrisome now. I'm shocked Brentford haven't scored yet. I'm just hoping I'm not going to do another watch along and they win. I mean, sorry, hate along. And this hate along is going to fail. Failed hate along. Niche Geet. Here comes Odebear. Jet Spence. Paulinho. Mickey van der Ven. Vicario with a long kick forward. Thiago not happy. Having an argument with with Romero. Having a bit of a back and forth. Henderson with a cross in from the right hand side, but it gets cleared. Brentford with a shot. I think it was Collins. Gets deflected. It's another throw for Brentford. Looks like Coyote is going to go up for this one and do the long throw now. All right, Coyote with the throw. Aja having a basically a fight with Bentacore. Bentacore's on the floor. The ref's coming to have a word with them. You're seeing this more and more and more often now. I mean, it used to happen before, but not as much as now. It looks like now players are not even paying attention to the ball anymore. They're just holding on to the attacking players and just trying to put them off as much as they can. There's pushing, shoving going on. And Mohamed Kudus clears it from the Tottenham box. Collins quickly plays it back to Keller. Great. Cute ball from from Henderson, but it gets lost. Now Tottenham trying to play in Richarlison, but Azure there. Right, we're 20 minutes in, guys. We're in the 21st minute and nothing's happening so far. It's pretty evens. And these have become Tottenham games recently, even against Crystal Palace. Quite boring, quite tedious. If they're not losing, it's not really a great watch. And I bet you any money if I go and check on the Man City score right now. Here come Brentford though. Oof, and the ball goes out for a goal kick. I better see Sunderland ahead. Still 0-0 over there as well. All right. I really need a cup of tea, but I didn't have time to make it before. I was doing so many things. I was running behind, just setting up everything. I was meant to do the game before, and I couldn't. I didn't have the time to set up to be able to do both matches. Here comes Vicario. Long ball forward, and Brentford give it away for a throw in. Um, if Man City drop points today against Sunderland, which is highly doubtful because Sunderland's got like I think maybe 8 players or 7 players that have gone to AFCON. I don't even remember. But they got a significant amount of players that are going to AFCON or have gone to AFCON. So it's not really the same exact Sunderland that's playing Man City. So a lot of people are saying that Man City are lucky they're playing Sunderland at the best time. But even without their players that are from Africa, there's still no mug Sunderland this season. And if they're able to hold Man City to a draw, maybe not beat them, but hold them to a draw, even now be good. But I mean, if they get them to drop 3 points and Arsenal are going to be 5 points ahead of Man City at this time of the season, I mean, we have been there before. Not that we haven't been there. Ooh, Sade with a push on Pedro Porro. Um, Still, there's no guarantees, but it gives you that breathing space where it's slightly less pressure on every game. Doesn't matter who you're playing. Because there's definitely going to be twists and turns still in the Premier League. I mean, it's not going to be, pardon me, it's not going to be as straightforward as Arsenal fans would like it or want it to be. But like I said, if we get that breathing space, 5 point cushion wouldn't be too bad. I mean, this time of the year, I mean, I think we've played exactly half. So I think we've played exactly 19 games now. Here comes Brentford on the right hand side. I think that was Lewis Potter with the cross. Couldn't get it past the first man. Comes Yarmaluk. Coyote. And it's a foul on Older Bears. A free kick for Tottenham. Yeah. So strong by Coyote. But maybe a bit too strong for the referee's liking. But yeah. Thing is, we do have some difficult fixtures coming up. But a lot of the top teams, bar Man City, are having to come to the Emirates now. So the Uniteds, the Chelseas, um, the Liverpools, we've all played them away from home. Here comes Brentford. I get Thiago, but he loses the ball to Bentacle, then plays it to Jet Spence. There's something about Brentford today. It's not. It's like they have no energy. They seem more tired. I mean, Thiago would have made a way better run before. Free kick for Tottenham again. Janelle's a little bit too much. But I'm telling you, there's something about Brentford not right. Henderson having a go at the ref. All right, it's a free kick for Tottenham. Romero takes it, plays it to Mickey van der Ven. Richarlison plays it forward to Odebear, who loses the ball instantly, has no control over the ball, and Kelleher now kicks it long. And the header from Pedro Porro goes all the way back to Romero and Vicario. Sorry, and now Mickey van der Ven. What a tedious watch, honestly. But then there's no goals in the other game, so I'm hoping there's still no goals in the other game. I mean, they would have showed it here anyway. There was. Nope. Coyote. Yarmaluk. The fact that the other two games today were draws as well. That's crazy. Imagine all of them were draws. Do you know how much money the bookies would have made? Crazy. Yeah, I definitely need a cup of tea. You guys hearing my voice? People gonna be like, yo, you're crazy doing this. I got to, man. I got to do it. Brentford still keeping possession. Coyote on the ball on the right hand side now. It's playing out of the back football that everyone's been doing, including Arsenal. It's just such a tedious watch. I know football has been reduced to fine margins now, um, as everybody's trying to win the same pieces of silver with roughly the same amount of, well, you can't say budget, but like roughly, But see, this is the thing. I was just thinking because I was about to say everyone's kind of on an even playing field more so than before. Yes and the no. When I'm saying that, I'm thinking of how it was before when Chelsea and Man City were able to spend as much as they like, however they wanted to whomever they wanted, and all these secret under the table deals that were going on with agents and whatever stuff like that. Obviously, the PSR or whatever the regulations of financial regulations have come in now. They've tried to sort of make it slightly more even playing field. Not that it still is, because it still isn't. There's going to be clubs that have a much bigger fan base, that sell much more merch, that do much more to generate an income, that are always gonna be in a stronger position than the smaller clubs with a smaller fan base. But football has been reduced to very small margins at the top level. and you'll hear managers talk about it all the time. So the fact that they all try and play that same out the back football, like one person does one thing, and then you start seeing all coaches or all football around the world start trying to adapt that same method if they see that it's a winning method. But the thing is, you take a lot out of the game. I remember hearing that whole argument with Jeff Stelling on Talk Sport when he was talking about watching Arsenal. It's really tedious, and it's a difficult watch. And it's the thing is, it's not just Arsenal. All Premier League teams are doing it. Doesn't matter which team, who's playing who, what formation, whether they got the players, they got the goalkeeper that's good enough with his feet or not. They're all doing it. They're all doing it because, like I said, football's been reduced to fine margins. Here comes Tottenham. Richarlison in the box, crosses it. Archie Gray, Richarlison again, but it goes out. It's a goal kick. Tottenham nearly with a goal. Archie Gray and Richarlison could not get the ball in the back of the net. Mohamed Kudus first plays it to Paulinho, who brings in the cross to into the box, and then it looked like what's his name again? Looks like Aja. So Adja must have headed it backwards towards Richarlison, who then gave it to Archie Gray, who then headed it, but he couldn't get the ball in the back of the net. Then Richarlison tried to take a shot, but it went too wide, and it went a goal kick for Brentford, who've just taken it now, but they've lost it again to Tottenham, who start from the back again with Mickey van der Ven and Jed Spence. Here comes Jed Spence. And they go straight back to the back. So this is what I'm talking about. So even when they have the ball all the way towards the third half of the opposition or the second half of the opposition's side of the pitch, they still will bring it all the way back to their defense to start all over again if they feel like there's no pass to be made. Which is very strange because back in the day you would see that winger trying to take on the man and run forward. And I heard Thierry Henry talk about this as well before. And they've just stopped doing that. There's no more excitement in the game. It's like they don't go forward anymore. They play a few passes, then they see, oh, we can't go all the way back to the centre back and start again from there. And then they'll play it amongst the back four for at least 2-3 minutes before they'll try and go forward again. And that's the difficult part of watching this type of football because it's just like you're sitting there watching four defenders just passing it to each other. And yeah, I agree with Jeff Stenning in the sense that that is hard, but you can't compare Arsenal now with any other team doing that because Arsenal's doing it because we're in a prime position to win the Premier League, and it seems like to compete with the top and the elite. That's the type of football you got to implement, at least in the first half. But why the other teams are doing it baffles me. That's what I don't understand. It's not gonna work for everyone, and not everyone's challenging. So, who can I think of like this season that I've really kind of thing is I haven't watched enough of everyone else, but I want to say like the Newcastles, the Sunderlands, they've still got that, now just forward passing, bombing forward, playing it into the wingers, trying to get the crosses in, blah, 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 blah. More so than anyone else. But I'm pretty sure they have also adapted that, start from the back type of play and everything. But there is one or two teams that will forever just be like, no, no, no. We're just, attack is the best form of a defense kind of thing. Brentford with a shot. Yarmouk, but it went to Rosette. Right, we're in the 35th minute. I doubt there'll be much injury time in this half. I'd say maybe 1 or 2 minutes. So we're looking at another 12 minutes before the halftime whistle. And so far, it's Brentford 0, Tottenham 0. And I'm going to assume Man City is drawing with Sunderland because I'm sure they would have shown me the goal alert by now. And yep, they're still drawing as well. But yeah, fam. Jet Spence with the thrown out. By the way, like I said, guys, sorry for my energy levels and my voice and everything, but I just been not feeling very well. And my voice was gone. I mean, it's come back a little bit now, but it was much worse. But in this game, it's not a game to be excited about, to be honest. Doesn't look like any of the football today. That's typical. That's typical New Year's Day football for you, to be honest with you. I mean, that's like after all the celebration and everyone's kind of partied and stuff like that. You expected to come and have a football game in the evening on New Year's Day. Here comes the crossing from Pedro Porro, looking for Archie Gray, couldn't get to him. Now Yarmuluk with the ball is gonna come out with it. Was that Lewis Potter? Sorry, Lewis Potter. Coyote. Iger Thiago going up for the ball and dropping it awkwardly on his shoulder, but he's got up now. That's so strange, honestly. Bentacle. Mickey Van der Ven. I mean, if the ref doesn't blow his whistle straight away, just get up straight away. Guys, I don't know. 1 second. I don't know if that's better or not. Let me check. Bish bash bosh. I hope that's better, guys. A bit more bright, isn't it? Right, here come Tottenham. Odebear on the left hand side. Plays into Jet Spence. Richarlison now. Oof. Tried to look for Jet Spence again. Couldn't. All his balls have been wasted so far. But I guess he deserves his call up though, or his starting position, because he has been scoring for Tottenham, and it seems like he's the only one scoring for Tottenham at the moment. He's trying to get into the Brazil team more than likely for the Summers World Cup. He's getting more game time, but he's also getting more numbers up now. And the thing is, he comes out with some ridiculous goals sometimes. He scores some worldies. And then you have months upon months where he doesn't do nothing. Oh my god. Right, we're in the 40th minute. It's a free kick for Brentford. They took a short one. Henderson now crosses it to the left hand side. And then they lose it. What an absolute waste of a free kick from Brentford. What is going on with Brentford today? This is not the usual Brentford that I like watching. I thought Brentford was going to go and, laid a smackdown on Tottenham. But I mean, Tottenham look like they're playing slightly better than them, to be honest. Or it's about evens. Right, so we're 5 minutes away from the halftime when it's from the halftime whistle, I should say. And there might be 1 or 2 minutes of injury time. Just to let you know, guys, I'm quickly gonna go make myself a cup of tea, but I'll be back for the second half. And let's hope the second half will be better. Because if it's gonna be like this, my God, it's a waste of time. End the stream, Dave. Might as well go to sleep from now. I go work in the morning. Why am I watching this? Bullschlachen. Archie Gray. Mohammed Kudus now. Bentacore plays it to Jet Spence, who plays it to Odebear. Odebear on the left hand side now. Nowhere to go. Goes back to Jet Spence. Jet Spence looking forward now. Doesn't. Goes back to Mickey Van de Ven, who goes to Romero. Jet Spence. Porro. Paulinha now. Crossfield ball all the way to Odebear, who controls it and brings it forward now. He tries to play a cute pass to Jet Spence. Couldn't. Brentford keep the ball in and go forward, but Jet Spence gets it back. Jet Spence on the left-hand side now. Crosses the ball into the box. But Azure there with his head to clear it. And the ball goes all the way to Keller, and it's a goal kick, or it's a keeper's ball, basically, for Brentford. Coyote now. Loses the ball to Paulinha. Paulinha to Richarlison. Richarlison to Odebear. Odebear now going through the middle. Saw Bentacore. Bentacore saw the run from Porro, but he couldn't get the ball to him. Looks like Henry headed it out, but only for a throw in, not a corner for Tottenham. So I don't know if they're going to do the long throw thing as well. Boom, Tottenham shoot. Odebear, but gets blocked by his own player, Paulinha. Then Aja gets it out. Now Henderson clears it. It's a throw in for Tottenham. That was a good opportunity for Tottenham to get the goal. They did not take it. The ball got cleared. Looks like we're going to go into half time at 0-0 in both games. But here come Brentford, though. Maybe last ditch attack. Sade with the ball on the left hand side. Comes in. Oh, just about loses to Pedro Porro. But Henderson crosses it in. Aiga Thiago. Oh, and then Bentacle gets the ball off of him. That was possibly Brentford's best chance this half. Sade, his second touch to come inside into the box was a bit too hard. He lost control of the ball, and then Tottenham managed to clear it eventually. But here they come now with Mohamed Kudus. Bad pass. Was looking for Jet Spence. Couldn't get to him, and the keeper clears it. Sade now heads it backwards towards Aiga Thiago. But it seems he's offside. No, Sade was offside. That would have been a great attack, though. Was he offside? Wait, what? Oh, no, this is the attack before it. Sorry. Yeah, so the attack before it, as he controlled it. And his second touch, he tried to come inside. Second touch was a bit too hard, and Pedro Porro was there to clear it off of him. So yeah, like I said, it looks like it's gonna be a 1 minute injury time. Yeah, 1 minute at a time. And obviously it's still 0-0 in the other game. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, that's not bad from Sunderland point of view. I mean, they have been doing good at home. They kept us at a draw. I mean, we dropped point at Sunderland, which is frustrating because that was also a last minute equalizer. We lost points at Aston Villa in the last minute. Was the last kick of the game where they got that second goal, and same thing at Sunderland. We were winning 2-1, and here we go. It's half time, guys. It's half time, and it's 0-0 everywhere. I mean, it was 0-0 at Anfield. It's 0-0 at the Stadium of Light now, I'm pretty sure, unless they scored. Hopefully they haven't. Let's have a look. Oh, they're still playing at Sunderland. They had more injury time than us. All right, guys, so I'm quickly going to go make myself a cup of tea before this game starts again. So I'll be back. Right, guys, game's about to start again. Sorry I took so long. I just had some stuff I had to do on my phone. I had to make myself a cup of tea. To be honest with you, this game is absolutely horrendous. All right, game started again. This game, I presume the other game is the same, but this game is absolutely horrendous. I'm just shocked with right. Brentford in the box, but Vicario quickly punches it out. Sorry, guys, I'm just in the middle of a message. Done in a second. Oh, watch not. Pardon me. Sorry, guys. I just need to grab something quickly. I'll be back. Give me one sec. Right. Let's see what's happening now. So it's a Tottenham free kick about 25 yards out. It's a dangerous area. Pedro Porro standing over it. Mohamed Kudus is standing over it. Let's see what they can do. Here come Tottenham. They take a short one. Mohamed Kudus now. Absolutely ridiculous. What a waste of a free kick in a dangerous. By the way, both of them have done that. Brentford has done that, and Tottenham have done that now. Here comes Jed Spence. They're still up by the Brentford box, but they're going backwards slowly. Bentacore now. I've seen both these teams do the exact same thing. I don't know if it's a tactic of theirs. From their management, from both their managers that they both have known about or used, but whatever that was from both teams, I don't understand. Why not just put the ball in the box to get a goal from a set piece? Why does everyone have to try and get a goal from open play when it's a free kick? Like you've got a free kick. It's 25 yards out from the goal. Either have a goal directly if you're brave enough. Mohamed Kudus with his shot, but it goes over the crossbar. Or put a cross in, just drop the ball in the box and see what happens. Look at the Arsenal goal the other day against Aston Villa, the first one. They know Gabby's going to be in the right place. Just put the ball there, regardless whether it's a corner, free kick, throw. Look, even with throw-ins, they've been doing it. But then now they do this silly short free kick passes to the guy next to me, and then he'll look, see if he can get a shot. If he can't, then he'll go further out. Why? What kind of absolute madness nonsense is this? It's absolutely ridiculous. It's a bit better. Sorry, my chair's messing up as well. Right, so let's see. Come on, Brentford. We want to see Tottenham lose. By the way, it doesn't really matter at all in this game. It's the other game that really matters for me. But like I said, there's a purpose to my madness. And that is because every time I've done a Man City hate along, they've always won. Then when I don't do it, I do another team. They end up losing. So I thought to myself, well, you know what? Tottenham and Man City are playing. Man City are just a rival. Tottenham I hate with a passion. So I might as well hate on the team that I hate and go with the superstition of, okay, I'm not watching them today. Mohamed Kudus in the box. Great save by Kelleher. Yeah, the superstition of let's not watch them so that they will lose against Sunderland. And I hope Sunderland, if they don't beat them, which is difficult, at least make them drop points at a bare minimum. Right. Brentford doing the same thing. So play out the back. Coyote on the right hand side of the back four now. Azure again. Henry. And they go back to Keller. Now Keller has got to do something and he's just going to lob it forward. Sade. Iga Thiago. Sade again. Come on, boys. Yarmouk. Crosses it in. Oh, who was that? Somebody took a scuff at the ball in the box. Couldn't shoot properly. Lewis Potter. I knew it was Lewis Potter. I was going to say that, but I wasn't sure. But Lewis Potter just scuffed at the ball in the box instead of shooting it properly. That cross from Yarmouk was great. It gets blocked by Mickey van der Ven and then cleared. But the cross into the box from Yarmouk was fantastic. But Lewis Potter, the shot was and Jet Spence deflected it onto Mickey van der Ven's feet. Both of them didn't know what was happening. And somehow the ball got deflected. That was the best opportunity that both teams have had. And it fell to Brentford, but they couldn't capitalize on it. They couldn't get the ball at the back of the net. So the score is still Brentford 0, Tottenham Hotspur 0. But here come Brentford again. I must say Brentford have livened up a bit. Here comes Sade again. Much better than the first half. Very similar to Arsenal, where they start off very slow, just preserve their energy in the first half, and in the second half they come out all cylinders firing. Henderson now. Sade. Henderson. Bentacore. Archie Gray gone down in the Brentford box, claiming for a penalty. Ref's not having it. Told him get up. Now it's a free kick for Brentford. He got sandwiched between Sade and Yarmulke, or rather Sade and Collins, and dropped on the floor. And he's claiming a penalty, but the ref is not having it. Then Romero totally miskicks his tackle and whatever it was that he was doing. Oh, it looks like they are checking for a penalty. Looks like they are checking for a penalty. I'll tell you what, if Tottenham win this game off of a shoddy penalty like that, looks like it's a yellow card for Collins. And what is it? A free kick? But they're still checking the VAR. What's happening? Yeah, they're still checking for the penalty. Tell you what, if they win like that, oh, no penalty. Thank God for that. It looked a bit too soft. And it looks like Sade got a bit of the ball as well. Let me see again. Or maybe not, but it was a bit soft though. It's a free kick for Brentford now. See, this is more like it. The keeper coming out. He's going to take the free kick. He's just going to bang it forward. Henderson with a yellow card as well. Probably 4. Talking rubbish to the ref. But that's what I mean. See, that's much better. Throw up there, see what happens. Unlucky this time it's a goal kick. But you never know. Collins next time can get a better touch on it and get it in the back of the net. I think Jordan Henderson probably made a very good choice going to Brentford. At his age and with his experience and all the players that Brentford lost, like I said, the it's not just the Wissa and the Mbeumo they lost. Don't forget Arsenal bought Christian Norgard, which was their captain, and that was basically the Henderson role. So we took their best player in that role, and I think they recruited very very well. Mohamed Kudus loses the ball to Yarmulke. Talking about Henderson, here he goes. His distribution is ridiculous. Look at that pass to Sade. Sade tried to look forward. Here comes Yarmulke. And he gets taken down, and there's a free kick right outside the box for Brentford, and a yellow card for Paulinho, I believe it is. Or is it Romero? Bentancur, sorry. Bentancur gets a yellow card. That was a bit too much, but I thought Paulinho's the one that tackled. It was Paulinho that tackled, so it should have been him that got the yellow card. Why did he give it to Bentancur? I think that's a mistake. Oh no, he gave it to Paulinho. Okay, because Bentancur looked a bit weird, like he got the yellow card. Paulinho gets the yellow card. Definitely was a foul. Definitely went in too hard. This is a great position for Brentford. I'm hoping this is the one they can score from. But that ball from Henderson's touches is unbelievable. Even that there should have been a foul earlier with Romero, but the ref didn't give it. He mistimed the challenge and he just took Iger Thiago down. But who's going to take this for Brentford now? Is it Collins? Who's standing over it? Henderson is standing over it. Lewis Potter standing over it. Henderson and Lewis Potter both talking, discussing. Looks like Lewis Potter wants to take it. Him and Henderson still discussing while the wall is being built. Ooh, start to sense his chair's gonna break soon. Well, I don't know if I fiddled with it. Damn. Right. Might be Henderson taking it, actually. No, Lewis Potter. Ooh, he hits the wall, but it goes out for a corner now. Unlucky. Well done. It looked like it was going on target. Right, here comes the corner. Doom, 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 doom. The ref has gone up to Romero now to talk to him. I don't know what's going on. Handbags again. Hmm, 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 hmm. Right, Brentford with the corner now. Ball comes in, and Richarlison clears it. Clears it all the way. Well, the ball's gone back to Keller, huh? But it was pretty much all the way to the centre circle near enough. Archie Gray heads it back now. Here comes Henry. Lewis Potter with a cross in. Looking for Iger Thiago. Couldn't find him, but the ball only as far as Yarmouk. Now Henderson crosses the ball back in. Ooh, Vicario makes a fantastic save. Unlucky Brentford. That was Janelt. Unlucky with the header. Well, Tottenham. Brentford's had the best chances so far in the game, especially in the second half and towards the end of the first half. But Tottenham, I don't know. They look like they're slowly starting to fade out of the game. They were playing better in the first half. They're going much deeper now. They're sitting in deeper, and they're fading out of the game. They're not keeping as much possession. They're losing the 50-50 battles and the on pitch battles and whatever. The one on ones and then the phase ones, phase twos, all of that. Right, Henry. So far, no changes have been made. It's coming up to the 65th minute. I'm surprised because both Palhinha and Henderson are on a yellow card. And like I said, Tottenham are fading out. But who do they really bring in? I mean, who do they have to bring in, really? Vicario with the long ball out. Janelle's with the header earlier, and they're just showing it again. Right, like for like change from Tottenham. Older Bears come off, and Colin Mwani's come on. Both, I think, are rubbish at Tottenham. They are probably the type of players, if they leave Tottenham, go somewhere else, they probably do much better. Mm, 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 mm. Right. This game is so boring, guys. Unbelievable. But I'm presuming the other one is too, because, well, actually, not necessarily, because that could be a great game. Just Sade headering it out now. Here comes Sade for Brentford. Igor Thiago running up, and he loses the ball. This is the story of this game. A whole heap of limp, so and so. Everyone's limp in this game. By the way, like I said, Odebear came off and Colin Wani went on for Tottenham. Brentford not decided to make any changes yet. Yarmouk plays it to Henderson now. Coyote with a cross in. Not the greatest cross. Pedro Porro quickly out. But here comes Yarmouk. Gets the ball back from Richarlison. Coyote again. Running forward. Coyote on the right hand side. Fighting with Jet Spence. Gets the ball off of him. Plays it back. Oh, Igor Thiago shoots it over. Oh my God. That should have been a 100% cemented goal. All the hard work done by Coyote. Fighting Jet Spence off the ball, going past Mickey van der Ven, and passing it into the path of Igor Thiago, who then goes and shoots it into Rosed. All he had to do is just tap it in, and it goes over to Rosed. That was, other than the Janelle's header that Vicario punched out, that is another absolutely fantastic chance. What happened now? Someone's getting a yellow card. Is that Vicario? Yeah, Vicario taking too long. But I thought they would give corners now instead of just yellow card. I thought they'd take away the ball and then give them a corner after 7 seconds. I'm so confused. They're always changing the rules, man. Mohamed Kudus with a great turn to keep the ball. Plays it forward to Kolomwani, who's running on the right-hand side, entering the box of Brentford now. But no, Henry says, thou shalt not pass. It's a goal kick for Brentford. That was a great play by Henry. Or was it Coyote on the other side? It was Henry, but Coyote must have come from the right-hand side to come to the Brentford left and help out with the defence. So where was Henry then? No, that was Henry. They were just showing Coyote. That was Henry that made that. Here comes Igor Thiago again. Throwing for Tottenham Hotspur. Long ball forward. Igor Thiago fighting with Mickey van der Ven now. Oh, and he loses the ball to Jet Spence and Bentacore. Jet Spence has got the ball running forward now. Loses the ball. And he gets angry. Well, it's your bad ball. Why are you getting angry for? Here comes Coyote. Henderson. I feel like this might be a last minute winner for Brentford at some point. They look like more the ones that have the chance to score. Mickey van der Ven and Henderson fighting for the ball now, and then obviously they wrestled for it. I hope happens here is either around the 89th, 90th, Brentford just score one and the game's done at 1-0. But then I go and see that Sunderland in the other game scored in the 92nd minute and both Tottenham and Man City lost. Oh, that would be so beautiful. Here comes Tottenham, but Brentford clear it up real quick. Tottenham with the ball in, and Kelleher grabs it out of the air. Free kick for Brentford now. Free kick from Brentford. Vicario picked it out really easy. Sorry, guys. There's nothing to say about this game. Is so dead. Honestly, I don't know what to say about this game. We're 71 minutes in. The goalkeepers might, both of them might as well be on holiday, um, because they have literally got nothing to do other than just grab balls out of the air. I'm trying to find something to be like, I did say earlier Tottenham was fading out of the game a bit, and Brentford was, starting to put the pressure on Tottenham, pushing them a bit back, pinning them down. But pardon me, even that is like Thomas Frank informed them about that quickly. Here comes Henderson with a great ball to Iger Thiago, but he couldn't. Mickey van der Ven, too much pace. Too much pace. Mickey van der Ven, where has he got so much pace from? It's just unbelievable. We have a forward that doesn't even have a quarter of the pace Mickey van der Ven does. And he's just a defender. Looks like Matthias Tell's coming on for Paulinho. I did tell you, like, Paulinho is going to get subbed. Looks like Yarmouk is getting subbed as well. Yeah, Yarmouk's come off as well. So Paulinho's come off for Matthias Tell. And Yarmouk has gone off for Sade. I mean, Yarmouk and Sade have gone off. Let's see who they're putting on. So they've put on Jensen and the young boy Nelson. All right, Coyote is going to do the long throw. Coyote. Ooh, that throw was a bit awkward. And Vicario had to punch it out, but the ref is giving a free kick. Vicario says, "You got to blow the whistle. I can't hear you." That's very strange. Vicario done well to punch it out. Aja was there right in front of him trying to get the header. Well, it looks like the whistle blew. Right, we're in the 81st minute, guys. I mean, look. Coming into the 82nd now. And here comes Iger Thiago. Mickey van der Ven has got him in his pocket all day. This Brer cannot play against Mickey van der Ven at all. Can't believe I'm doing a hate along for a 0-0. This is so dead. So dead. Henry on the left-hand side. Can he control and keep it in? He keeps it in, but loses the ball. Colomwani plays it forward, loses it. Henderson grabs it back. Henry again. Jensen loses the ball. Colomwani, and now Pedro Porro kicks it forward. Only as far as Aja. Aja kicks it back. Oof. Brentford won a foul. They get it. It's a free kick. Lewis Potter gets tripped over by Romero. Yeah, he went in a little bit too hard. I mean, it wasn't bad, but yeah, he missed the ball, mistimed the tackle. Definitely free kick. I wouldn't say yellow card, to be honest. Right, Henderson standing over it again. Lewis Potter standing over it again. Oh no, Janelle is standing over it this time. It looks like Janelle's going to take a short one. They're not. He's not going to cross it into the box, or is he going to cross it into the box? Because if you want someone to cross it in the box, you want Henderson to take it realistically. He's probably going to pass it to the side to Henderson. I knew it. He gives it to Henderson, who crosses it into the box, and it goes straight to Vicario. So why didn't you just take it directly? What's with the funny business? Like, make another player just pass it to you, and then you have to control it, and then the plays are already coming out. Why? Just boom. You're the one that's taking it. You're the one that's going to cross it in. Call him one. You're fighting with Henry. Henry staying strong. Henry again. Jensen. Henderson again. I probably could have went for like 10, 15 minutes, come back and still no goal. We're in the 86th minute. Right. We in the last 5 minutes of this game, guys. I doubt there's going to be a lot of injury time. I'm hoping, please. I'm hoping that Brentford get a last minute goal. And I'm hoping, please, if it's still 0-0 in the other game, which it is, but they're much more behind us. They're like on the 82nd minute. We're coming up to like the 87th minute. Looks like it's a bit of time wasting from. Looks like it's a bit of time wasting from Brentford. They got a player down. They got the medics on, so that means we are going to get injury time. Ugh. Well, hopefully, it's going to be a good result for Brentford through the extra time. So get him off the pitch. Let the game carry on, man. Referee not strong enough. I would be on top of their head. Be like, listen, get him off the pitch. Do what you're doing over there. Right, there you go. He's fixed. Waste a couple, 2.5, 3 minutes, which is going to be a 1.5 added minute of injury time. Just hoping Sunderland can do to Man City what they did to us and get like this last minute goal. I know it was an equalizer against us, and it'll be a winner against them. But I'm just hoping they can do that. Hoping. Kelleher with the long ball forward. And Tottenham clear it. Colomwani loses it. Henry tries to go forward. Loses it. It's a bit of back and forward now. Henderson plays the ball forward. Was looking for the former Arsenal alumni, Reece and Nelson. Right, Jensen plays it back. Jensen gets it. Henry in front of him. Henry in front of him. Decides to go back. Collins now. Janelt. Jensen. Reece Nelson. Henry to Reece Nelson. Henry on the overlap. Reece Nelson goes back to Jensen. I think they're happy with the draw, Brentford, to be honest with you. And I think Tottenham will take a draw away from home as well. Ball comes in. From Reece Nelson. The cross came in, but Vicario quickly to grab it. Unlucky, Brentford. Yeah, I think both teams are just happy with a draw. I should have seen this coming, to be honest with you. I should have seen this coming. You know, everybody was like, oh, why are you doing a hate along today? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, nah, mate. I want to see Brentford lay the smackdown on Tottenham. And then they're like, oh, yeah, but Man City, 5 minutes injury time. Looks like Damn Guards wants to come on. And now he's been told to put the bib back on. Well, that's not nice. He was literally ready to come on. And now they've said no. Iga Thiago couldn't control the ball. Ref says no, get up. Now Jet Spence got the ball. So, I mean, they both look like they're satisfied with the draw, to be honest with you. Mohamed Kudus plays the ball all the way to the other side to Matthias Tell, who doesn't do nothing and just plays Jet Spence, who crosses it in and gets headed out instantly. Jet Spence gets tackled easily by Lewis Potter and gets the ball back. Plays it to Jensen. Jensen just played the ball, man, earlier. Henderson wanted it and he's taking his time. See, they take too long on the ball sometimes unnecessarily. Henderson was right there on the sideline telling you pass the ball and you felt like to look around again, do a 360, wait for the players to come and pressure you. Then you played it to somebody else and not Henderson and lost the ball. Why? Iga Thiago now. He's got Reece Nelson running by his side. Oh, that was too easy from Romero. Great defending by Romero to get the ball and give it to Mohamed Kudus, who's on the run now, but Henry's there. But Mohamed Kudus gets it back and plays in Colomwani now. Colomwani on the right-hand side. Don't do what Brentford want. Richarlison! He shoots, but Kelleher saves it. That's exactly what I didn't want Tottenham to do. I didn't want them to do what I want Brentford to do. Right, it's a minute and a half left, guys. I'm gonna look out as soon as this stream is done. I'm just gonna end the stream as soon as the game's done. I should say. Here comes Brentford. Ooh, great stop by Bentancur. Pedro Porro now plays it to Colin Moani, but it goes out for a Brentford throw-in. So yeah, as soon as this game's done, I'm ending the stream, guys. I've got work tomorrow and I'm severely tired. And it is New Year's Day. Right, Kyoto is going to do the long throw now. This is it. This is where Brentford. Long throw from Coyote comes in. But Tottenham managed to clear it as far as Henderson, who brings the ball back into the box. Richarlison clears it now. Mohamed Kudus gets it, but loses it. Azure loses it. Oh. Pedro Porro kicks it forward now. Richarlison chasing. Richarlison got it. He's got Matthias Tell on the other side, who he tries to play in, but it's too far away, and Kelleher grabs it. Plays it out straight away. There's 30 seconds left in the game. It looks like it's going to be a boring 0-0. The other game as well looks like it's going to be a draw. Looks like going to be a bag of draws today. 3-0 nils and a 1-1. Jesus, the bookies. This must be. It's not New Year's Day for them. It's Christmas Day for them. How about that? 3-0 nils and a 1-1. Who would have predicted that? Well, actually, saying that, I was saying that it's going to be a boring day of football because it's New Year's Day. Game done, guys. This game is finished, and I'm going to sign out. I'm sorry. I love you all. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Adios. Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you for joining me at the Armament Factory, and I will see you on the weekend. Let's